Good morning. Look at my hair. So it's Monday morning. Yesterday consisted, I got my laundry folded. The stomach ache just basically was there. For some reason I thought it was a good idea. So I got like this cheese spread, right? I didn't realize how many things that I get that are like cheese, that have cheese and jalapeno in them. So yeah, I basically just like, I had 2 cans of boba tea, the taro kind, and that made me feel better. And then my fiance made ramen that we got from HelloFresh. It was supposed to be shrimp miso ramen. They forgot the shrimp, so it was just ramen. It's Monday afternoon, and I'm on my way to work right now. Yeah, and I pretty much just played Detroit Becoming Human. I did read, oh, I forgot, I read Jeanette McCurdy's book. Still working on it. It's just interesting. The whole thing's interesting. And then I also read the newest volume of Saga, which they were on a hiatus, I think, for like a while. So, oh my gosh. Volume 10. Can we just say that right now? And yeah, it was very, my fiance warned me, like, it's heart-wrenching. So then I was like, okay. So I read it and I was like, yup. Hey, so it's Tuesday, afternoon, I guess. But yeah, I have to get ready for work soon, but I'm gonna play, like, a little bit of Detroit, a little bit, I think. But, yeah, my fiance had to work at noon, so we watched Mythical Morning, and then we watched this new Gundam anime. Oh, I forgot the title already. It was like, which Gundam thing? Oh gosh. It was good. It was heart-wrenching for sure. Like, I was like, oh, this seems like a nice anime, and my fiance told me, like, oh yeah, like, I never really watched Gundam animes before. And he was just like, oh yeah, by the way, they can be sad. And I was like, okay. So, freaking, yeah, it was sad. It was sad. I cried. It was good, but also, like, did that really have to happen? No, it did not. So, yeah. And then I finished Jeanette McCurdy's new book. It was really good. I think it wrapped up nicely, and it was really good. I liked it. I left a very nice review on Christy Chu Comics. Oh hey, didn't see you there. So, we're going to the store because we got our Bones coffee in today, and at least with us, we like to use the French vanilla creamer with all of them, just so you can like taste everything a little bit better. It's like a little bit more, I don't know how to describe it. It's basically like a blank canvas almost. Like, vanilla is just a very easy flavor to know, like, okay. It usually goes well with everything too. I think that's what I'm trying to say. But yeah, today's supposed to rain all day, and I am so excited. I really like rainy days. I just gotta make sure I take my vitamin D, otherwise I get sad and stuff. So, but I'm getting coffee, and then my fiance also wanted me to get oats. But yeah, the first Bones coffee that we tried today was Jack-O-Lantern, which is something we haven't had before. And I have it in my little Tivana. I don't know if I'm really supposed to. Oh, squirrel, don't you do it. That's right. I don't know if you're actually supposed to put coffee in this. But if you know what Tivana is, I mean, I don't think you can even get this anymore. That's how old it is. Tivana used to be, if you don't know, Tivana used to be a tea store in, well, I think in like multiple places, but it was in a mall by us. And I think now they're just online, but they didn't get like a whole lot of business, but their tea was also really expensive. So there's supposed to be like this little button that, you know, releases like the coffee or the tea or whatever. Every time I push it now, this thing is like, I'm gonna break, I guess? I don't know. No, so I will explain I already had, like, this is my first sip. I did the first sips in the Tim Burton collection ones. Just because I had to get ready to go to the store. And I was like, I need something. And I'm driving, okay? Like, it's important. So, ooh, pretty fall colors. But yeah, no, so pumpkin spice, it's not, like, it's pumpkin spicy, but it's not, like, too much, if that makes sense. It has a really good balance of coffee flavor and pumpkin spice flavor. I don't really know if pumpkin spice is really what pumpkin tastes like. And, you know, I was just thinking about this now. We're probably not going to do pumpkins this year, because we were going between, like, a corn maze or pumpkins. But I feel like, I don't know, because now we won't be able to make pumpkin seeds. But our oven doesn't work, so what's the point? Now I'm sad. It's gonna take my vitamin D out.
Got the kick.
Alright, so we did it. We went to the store, had kind of a weird thing happen, and that was, I get out to my car, and it's probably innocent, you know, I don't know. But I got out to my car, and I was originally parked by myself, away from everybody, and I saw there was like 2 cars, on both sides of my car, and I'm like, okay. And one car had its headlights on still, and was just sitting there. And of course, I really don't like tinted windows. I really don't. So the car that had its headlights on had tinted windows. And I'm like, I don't like that very much. So I just watched it. As I'm like walking toward my car, I take my mask off, I take my earbuds out, and I'm just watching this car. Like, I don't like it. And I'm just like looking at where the driver would be, because I can't see the driver. And I'm just like, yeah, I don't like that very much. So I was like, okay, well, I guess I'll just keep my car between me and the other person, or whoever's in that vehicle with their headlights on. And I just put my groceries away, and then in between putting groceries putting groceries in my car, I'm like watching them, and I'm just like, I want them to know. I want them to know I don't like them being there. I just don't. And it wasn't until like I was almost done putting like groceries away, and then I was just like, okay, so I'm going to, I don't know, just keep watching them, I guess. And then they slowly pulled out, and they sat at like where like the drive would be. So like, you know, so the parking lot at the grocery store that we go to, it has, I'm trying to think a good way. Like they all have like their own little like driveways to get out of the parking lot and get into the parking lot. So this car just sat in the entryway of this parking lot, and I'm just like, okay, all right, fine. And so that was a thing. And they just sat there, and I'm like watching them, and I'm putting I put our donuts that we got in the passenger seat, so I went back around when, you know, they weren't there anymore, and then I just kept watching them, and then they just sat there, and then they were driving very slow. They pulled away to go further up like the parking lot, if that makes sense, more of the parking lot, and I'm just like, all right, cool, whatever. And the passenger side door like popped open, and I thought I saw like a woman in there, and she might have had sunglasses on. I'm not sure. I just saw like a really quick profile. I don't think the door was supposed to open, is my guess. I don't really know what happened. Maybe they thought they were getting out. I don't know. I'm not saying they're like, you know, creeps or anything. It weirded me out. Like, why would you just sit in your car with the headlights on? I don't know. So they drove away, but I was just like, you know, ever since this whole work meeting that I had with about self-defense and being aware of your surroundings, I'm just like looking like, not that I wouldn't have otherwise, you know, if I saw like that car had their headlights on, I don't think I would have just, if we didn't have that work meeting, would have just gone next to it. But I don't know, it just makes you think, where you're like, yeah, no. Hi! So it's actually, I keep thinking it's Thursday, but it's Wednesday, because I don't go in until later because I'm covering a shift this weekend. But yeah, so I'm gonna actually pre-make dinner for tonight, and I've told, like, pretty sure I mentioned that we get like HelloFresh, so I just wanted to kind of like, and I realized I always show like either the end result, or I don't show anything, and I'm just like, you know what, I'm gonna like show you guys basically like what it all entails, so if you ever want to get it, or, you know, I can just do more of these too. But today we're making 1-pan cheesy black bean tacos. So you get like these little pieces of like paper that basically just show you the ingredients that it comes with, and then I believe, oh yeah, then it comes with, if you chose to modify your, oh yeah, you can modify it. So I think it was originally supposed to come with ground beef, but we did ground turkey instead. And yeah, it'll tell you like what you need on this side. So it'll be like bust out large pan, strainer, paper towel. Like you need to provide cooking oil, kosher salt, and black pepper. Oh, sorry, you can't even see it. So yeah, and then it shows all the instructions right here. And like I save these, so like if we ever want to just make our own, you know, not just like a, because we get 2 servings, I just save them so we can just make our own. So the first step is prep. Wash and dry produce, half de-seed and thinly sliced green pepper crosswise into strips, trim and thinly sliced scallions, separating whites from greens. They really like to do this. They really like to tell you to separate whites from greens. But I'll show you what it looks like. They all come in their own little bags. Okay, so this is the bag that it comes in. Then I'll show like what it looks, the whole thing right there. You just open it up. We've got our green pepper. Cheese, more cheese, green onion, tortilla shells. I'm a hard shell person, but it's fine. What's this? Black beans, low sodium. What's this? Southwest spice. Tex-Mex paste, and then red pepper cream. Yeah, but yeah, that's all it has in there. So I guess let's get started. And then while the beans are on the pan, Now we have to drain and rinse beans. Squeeze. Oh. Lift, tear along line. God. Okay. And then squeeze. Okay. I don't do the beans yet. We wait. Stay here, beans. It basically smells like taco seasoning. Alright, and then it says cook, stirring until... Oh, was I not supposed to mix it together? Heck. Another thing, like, I really like the instructions, I do, but then I'm like, wait. Oh, and not together. I misunderstood. Sometimes I do that. I'll look ahead and I'm like, oh, okay. That's what you want, right? That's what we got so far with everything mixed together. Just waiting for it to get thicker. So I guess I misspoke. I thought we got meat with it, but we didn't. So I don't know why. I don't know why. There's no, it's not part of the instructions, so I don't know what's happening. Well, look at that steam. So here's the end result here. I think it thickened up pretty well. And then I'll follow the instructions. Also, while I was waiting for it to get done, I made myself some more Bones Coffee jacked pumpkin lantern stuff. But it's a nice coffee. It's pretty great. Okay, so this is the Bones Coffee that I tried today. And I actually just made it in an iced coffee form while I was waiting for the HelloFresh stuff to do its thing. Just trying to get a straw. Yeah, no, it's very good. I would recommend it. So the one I had this morning, I used hazelnut creamer in. I went to the store today to get French vanilla. It's way better, I think. You can just really taste. It just like it mixes very well. But yeah. So sorry, I interrupt this program of HelloFresh how-to for Bones Coffee. But yeah, no, I've never tried this one before. It's actually very good. It's not too strong, but yeah. My fiance doesn't like it though. Okay, so the thing with HelloFresh, with me personally, I tend to, I don't mean to jump ahead, but I look ahead. So apparently the bean filling, see now I have to check to see if I even read it right. Because it says, sprinkle bean filling with cheddar Mexican cheese blend. So I was supposed to mix it. But I see, where is it? Well, green peppers cooked, drain, rinse beans. Once green pepper is softened, stir in scallion whites. Okay, did that. Spice blend, yep. Add beans. Tex-Mex paste in 1/4 cup water. Cook, strain until filling has combined and thickened. Okay, so I did that. But then it says sprinkle bean filling with cheddar and Mexican cheese. But I already put the beans in there. Like, you can see the picture. It says. It's fine. It's just one of those things where you're like, wait, what? Sometimes the instructions you kind of have to be like, so why don't I just do this then? It's the garbage truck. But yeah, cover pan until cheese melts 1 to 2 minutes. Wrap tortillas in a damp paper towel. We'll microwave on pile. Okay. And the cheese is melting. Okay, so while the cheese is melting, I am going to follow the instructions, like I have been. And it says I'm not gonna warm up the tortilla because this is actually just for dinner tonight. But I'm just going to do this really quick just to try it out. I personally don't think there's gonna be enough of this stuff for my fiance and I for 2 servings. So we'll see. So you're supposed to divide, fill with bean filling, put and scallion, and then serve. So I'll put some on here. Got the cheese all melted. It's kind of sliding, so I'm going to be careful. And then, just plop some on here. It's very cheesy. It's actually very warm looking too. Okay, and then I have some leftover stuff on here. Yeah, so let's see. Kind of wait for it to cool a little bit. Put some scallions on there. Okay. It's actually very good. It's very tasty. The beans work really well with what they got going on. I'm gonna cheat a little bit. Use this. Yeah, bud. Hey, I didn't say you couldn't do this. Also, to cool it down. Actually, just made it like 1,000% better. Now the rainy day. I'm feeling a little anxious today. So it's Friday morning, and I woke up a little bit before 5, and I don't know why, but I set an alarm for 5:30 because my fiance had to work at 6:30, and I know they're closing down the highway, or they're closing down a lane on the highway. So I was like, well, for some reason my brain was like, oh, well, what if I just get on, don't get on my normal highway, get on, like, an earlier highway entrance, but for some reason that made more sense to me. I don't know. But I'm also itching to get, like, coffee or something. I had 1 cup already, which, I don't know, I'm just paranoid that it won't be enough. But I did bring a mango Pepsi with me, so I don't normally want to bring, like, I don't want to get, like, an energy drink or anything. A coffee or Charlie should be fine. But, so my whole thing was, like, okay, I'm going to wear my Spirit Halloween button-up that I got that's decked out, you know, in, like, a pumpkin pattern. And I was like, okay, cool, like, I'll do that. And then, for some reason, like, it just, and I know this, like, I do, but it felt kind of like cheapy fabric to me, and, like, I didn't know how else to make it work, like, in the time that I had. I was like, well, I can wear a tank top underneath it, and button it, and then maybe, like, tuck it in, and that didn't look too bad, but it just, like, felt weird, and I just was like, you know, I don't know. I don't know. So, that was my whole thing, and I'm like, you know what, I don't care anymore. I don't care, because I was going to wear the button-up under this cardigan, and I'm like, man, that's, like, really uncomfortable, like, I'm not going to do that, because it was, like, a tank top, button-up, and then cardigan, and I just was like, you know, I just don't care anymore. So, I was like, I'm just going to wear my skeleton shirt, call it good. So, skeleton shirt is by Sarah Grayley, and, like, my package that I ordered from her, like, just shipped. And I saw, like, her mountain of, we're gonna see. We're gonna make a dumb decision and get Starbucks. That's what we're gonna do. And it's stupid. It's stupid that I'm making this choice because it's 8:04, and the latest I can leave from here is 8:15, and yep. So that's what we're gonna do, and we're gonna hope that there's not a long line. That's what we're gonna do. And if there is, well, I guess, oh well, but it's my plan. Let's see. All right, there's like one person in line, so we're doing pretty good. Doing pretty good. Why am I doing this to myself? I don't know. I feel so bad. So I got Starbucks, okay? I got apple crisp macchiato, and it said they were out of oat milk. So I was like, oh, so instead of oat milk, are you guys using, like, can you guys use like whole or whatever? Oh, gross! I wet my face. I touched that thing. Ugh. So I felt really bad because I asked, like, I was gonna put like an extra shot of espresso in there, and then they're like, oh, it comes with 3, and I was like, oh, then I'm fine. And like the poor girl already dumped the drink out, and I just felt awful, and I was like, I am so sorry. I'm so sorry. I was like, I'm doing that thing where like this might make me late for work, but like it's worth it type thing, and I'm just like, I don't think I will be. I don't know. I know the last possible time I could leave is like 15. Well, like, I guess 15 after. But the whole point was to leave earlier to beat traffic, and I'm like, I'm gonna go get started. I don't know. This is how I feel though. Oh, now it's raining, but it's okay. This is how I feel though. Like, a lot of Friday mornings are very hectic for me, and I don't know why. I felt so bad. And then she said, oh, I put the wrong syrup in there anyways. And I was like, I really hope that's true. There's the line. There's the dreaded traffic line that I was supposed to avoid. Which you're asking yourself probably. Like, so, purple. Why, oh, speaking of purple, I washed my hair today. But, so it's a little lighter. But, you know, why are you having caffeine when, you're already anxious? I don't know. Something in my brain's like, this will make you feel better. And so that I'm like, okay. But see, this is what I wanted though. I wanted to get in line sooner rather than later. But if I took the highway entrance that I normally take, I would have gotten in this line sooner. Also, if I didn't go to Starbucks, I would have gotten in line sooner. There was no line, by the way, at Starbucks. I'm in this long line of traffic now. I'm in it. Hopefully it's not that bad. But they did close a lane, so I'm in one lane traffic on the highway. So let's talk here about traffic. I'm behind a giant semi. I have cars behind me. There's some woods and some traffic cone type looking things. I mean, the lane's no longer closed, but it might be closed up here. I don't trust nothing right now. And I'm gonna laugh so flippin' hard if there's no freaking traffic jam up by the highway that I was gonna get on anyways, because that would be really dumb. Really dumb. But I guess we'll find out. Because, you know, I'm not seeing much of a traffic jam. So I could have gotten the highway and I would have gotten to work just fine. I think I should tell a story about a time when I was on my way to college, just when I was going to a university, and I had to turn left, and that's when I learned, like, to not take the road that basically, don't take the road where there's a lot of schools, because I learned a lot of parents have, like, tempers, and I was like, oh, okay. So I'm like waiting to turn left, right? Like the worst turn you have to make, when in like a busy area, and there was no light or anything. I don't think there even is a light there. I don't think there's a light there still. But yeah, so I'm like waiting to turn left. I'm like, okay, cool. And I'm just like, I'm just gonna turn left, cool. And well, I couldn't because there was constant traffic. And I'm like, well, shoot, like what do I do? So you know what I did? I just waited. I waited like a good Samaritan. I was like, I'm just gonna wait. It's fine. And I kid you not, I was getting honked at because I wasn't going. And I'm like, people, I can't go. Like, I can't go. Like, I don't understand what you want me to do. And it was just funny. And, like, there was a car that honked, like, drove around me to turn left. And, like, the guy stuck out of his car, like, up to, like, his waist. Yeah, so, like, waist up was outside of his window. And he, like, threw his hands up in the air, like, what are you doing? And I'm just, like, in shock. Because I'm like, well, first off, why are you getting out of your car? Like, you're wasting time. You're wasting precious time. So, it's Friday evening. And I am in a traffic jam. And, well, a highway jam. And I don't really know why. I think they closed the lane, but no one knows which one. So, it's been, like, bumper-to-bumper traffic. Welcome to working on a Saturday. I'm covering a coworker of mine because she wanted today off, and I don't usually work Saturdays. So hey, it's Saturday night. I'm watching my cats do weird things. I'll get to that in a second. Like hunting each other down right now. Today I worked, and then, which I don't normally, but I did today, and it was just a lot. It was just really busy, and I was tired, and I was just like, oh my gosh. And a coworker brought in canned coffee, and I had some, and it was, like, pretty good, but then I realized, like, I already brought coffee with me to work, and this is basically like a third cup, which is basically, like, exceeding my limit of caffeine or coffee for the day. I usually do 2 cups. Yeah. So, ramen time. Our ramen's cooling. But, yeah, so today, apparently Rufus is trying out for the Cat Olympics. So, today worked, and then I went over to my best friend's house. My little nephew was so weird. He kept, like, having, like, these, like, puffs in his mouth, and he was just, like, showing me that they were in his mouth, and I was like, that's cool, and he just thought it was the funniest thing, and I was like, oh my gosh. So, then we went to Goodwill. No, we went to Dollar Tree to get some stuff, and then we went to Goodwill, and, didn't really find anything there. It was really busy, and I don't normally go to Goodwill on Saturdays, so, hey! And then we went to Meijer, and then they didn't have, oh, we found some, like, sparkly star capes, because, like, they had stuff on sale, so we're like, okay, let's, you know, we'll get these if, we'll get these, you know, if we can't find anything else, because there's supposed to be old ladies for this Halloween party that my coworker's having. And it was like, okay, so then we went to another Goodwill, and they didn't have anything either, and it was also really busy, but I found some Galaxy leggings, so that was cool. And then we went to another Meijer, thinking that they would have the capes that we wanted, but they didn't, so we had to go back to the original Meijer, got the capes, called it good. Yeah. But I am so pooped. Okay, so, humdy-doo-dah day. I was so tired last night. I'm still tired today. I was going to go to the mall and get, like, look for snow boots, look for a winter coat, and, you know, my fiance was even like, you know, you should stay home. You should play Night in the Woods. You should watch Halloween Town. Like, do all these things that you enjoy. And I was like, you know what? He's right. I should. I just worked and socialized for 6 days in a row. I socialized from, like, 8 o'clock yesterday. Well, 8:45 technically to, like to 8 p.m. yesterday. So I got some laundry started. Today's laundry day, but I'm waiting. But yeah, I got some laundry started, Yeah, I'm just gonna chill, play Night in the Woods, see where I am after that. Probably, I mean, maybe I should watch a Halloween movie. I'm so behind. We got the cat's new scratch things. We got their freaking tall, it's not that much taller than their actual one. And I remember my fiance being like, so I'll show you. So, this is the actual cat tower, okay? And like, that's how tall it is, right? Well, the one they had before, so like there's a difference, but there was this platform here, and it was supposed to be like a, you know, a platform for one of the cats to sit on, and Rufus likes to sit on it and gargoyle and whatnot, but this one doesn't have that. And my fiance is just like, what are they gonna do? And I'm like, I don't know. Figure it out. I guess he can sit on there with his little butt. Okay, so today's Sunday, and I decided not to go anywhere because my best friend and my fiance said not to, and I was like, okay. So I didn't. I ended up just getting stuff online because why not? So I got some boots and I got a coat, and they're both from Kohl's, so like I can just return them really easily if they just don't work out. And I also got some knee-high boots because I did. I don't have any. I don't know, then I started thinking about like women's fashion, and I'm like, man, like why don't knee-high boots like have good traction on them? Like they're so stupid. And then I'm like, I'm gonna get some. Yeah, so I have Night in the Woods going. I've been very heavily distracted. Currently distracted by my hair, and I could fix it. I could fix it. I could probably put bleach in it, and I just don't want my coworker to be like, what did you do? I don't think I'll mess it up. I have the color to go over it, and I can bleach my roots and all that. Also realized we don't have any dinners. Like, we have the 2 HelloFresh dinners, and like, that's it. And I was like, well, that's bad. So, I recently got like M-Perks, and so I was like, well, I'll just order on the app. And then there was like this whole thing where it wouldn't let me add like my payment method, and I'm just like, what? On the app. And so then it was like, oh, make sure you have good internet connection, make sure you do. And I was like, you know what? But it would work when I disconnected from the internet, so I don't know. But then I just went to the Meyer website and then did it there, and it worked, so I don't really understand.